There is a quiet thread that runs through everything that has ever existed. It weaves through galaxies and atoms, through oceans and clouds, through your very breath as it arises and falls. You may not see it, but it is there, holding the stars in their spirals and binding your heartbeat to the pulse of the cosmos. It is the whisper of connection, the invisible bridge between all things. In the silence of night, when thought begins to slow, you can almost feel it. That gentle hum beneath existence itself. In the quantum world, there is no true boundary between you and the rest of creation. What we once thought of as separate objects are, in truth, continuous ripples of one great sea of energy. Every atom, every photon, every grain of matter is entangled with the rest. The walls that seem to divide you from the stars are illusions of perception, thin veils drawn across a unity too vast for the mind to hold. If you could shrink yourself down to the smallest possible scale, to the realm where particles blur into waves, you would see how everything touches everything else. A single motion of your hand, a sigh, even the faint flicker of thought, all of it sends ripples through that unseen ocean. You are not a visitor here. You are a wave within it, part of the current that began when the universe took its first breath. Consider the light that shines upon your face when dawn begins to stir. But that light began its journey millions of years ago, born from the nuclear heart of a star. It crossed the dark, silent sea of space, untouched by time, until it reached the gentle surface of your skin. In that instant, star and human became one, an exchange of energy, a brief reunion between kin long separated by distance but never truly apart. The breath you take now once passed through the lungs of ancient forests. The oxygen that sustains you was forged in the cores of dying stars long before the earth was born. Each molecule that enters you carries a memory of cosmic fire, of oceans forming, of life awakening for the very first time. You are breathing the story of the universe itself, and it breathes with you in return. If you could listen closely enough, beyond the sound of your heartbeat, beyond the soft murmur of air, you might hear the song of connection, the low vibration of existence that unites every particle, every living being, every speck of dust. This music never stops. It plays beneath the fabric of reality, guiding the dance of galaxies and the flutter of a leaf in the wind with equal care. Nothing in nature stands alone. The tree depends on sunlight born in distant stars. The stars depend on gravity's gentle hold. The gravity depends on the energy that flows through space-time. And that energy somehow depends on the observer, on consciousness itself. Everything is bound in a circle of cause and wonder where giver and receiver are the same. There is comfort in this. A calm that comes from knowing you are not separate from what surrounds you. Every moment of joy, every heartbeat, every dream you have ever had is a part of something much greater. Even when you feel alone, you are still carried by the current of this vast connected web. The universe knows your presence not as a stranger, but as itself. When two particles become entangled, no distance can truly divide them. Change one and the other responds instantly. No matter how far apart they may drift, it is as if space itself forgets to exist between them. The same quiet truth hums through you, and all that is shared pulse and unspoken unity. When you close your eyes, you return to it. When you sleep, you drift back into that ocean where every soul, every atom, every fragment of light is one continuous wave. Think of the river that flows to the sea. It begins as a droplet on a mountaintop, gathers into streams, and winds through forests and stone until it merges with the endless ocean. You are that droplet, shaped by time and place, yet destined always to return to the vastness that birthed you. The journey may seem long, but the ocean has been waiting for you all along. At the smallest scale, reality is never still. It vibrates with energy even in its quietest moments. This subtle vibration connects the edge of the known universe with the particles in your fingertips. You are made of the same material that composes the stars, born from the same cosmic fire, sustained by the same quantum breath. In every heartbeat, the entire universe echoes through you. When you look at another person, know that their atoms and yours were once joined in the heart of a star. When you see a bird cross the evening sky, its wings move through the same air that fills your lungs. When you gaze upon the night, the light that reaches your eyes began its journey long before your ancestors took their first steps on this planet. You are part of that timeline, not watching from the outside, but flowing within it. Even thoughts, as intangible as they seem, are ripples in that same field. Every emotion, every whisper of memory, every dream that drifts through your mind is woven into the grand design of connection. What you feel moves through the web of existence, touching things you may never see, shaping events in ways you cannot imagine. And so the universe feels you too. Your laughter, your quiet moments, your stillness, they do not vanish into silence. They join the hum of all creation, adding to the great chorus of being. You may think of yourself as small, but in truth, you are the echo of everything that ever was condensed into form and breath. When you rest tonight, the world will keep turning. Stars will be born in the quiet corners of galaxies. Planets will drift in their orbits. Oceans will rise and fall in endless rhythm. And through it all, you will still be a part of that same unfolding, never separate, never lost. But the pulse of your heart will beat in time with the rhythm of the universe, soft and steady, forever connected. Let that truth cradle you. Let it ease the edges of your thoughts. For in the end, there is no boundary between the dreamer and the dream, between what you are and what surrounds you. You are not a solitary spark flickering in the dark. You are the light of the cosmos, woven into every breath, every sigh, every star that burns quietly in the infinite night. There is a tender beauty in uncertainty, a quiet grace in not knowing. The universe itself was born from such a moment, a trembling breath of possibility. expanding from nothing into everything. From the first flicker of creation, chaos and order have danced together, never opposing, always entwined. We search for patterns, for the comfort of predictability. Yet beneath the surface of every atom lies a truth that both humbles and soothes. The world is built upon mystery. In the quantum realm, nothing is ever fixed. A particle may be here or there or both at once, until the act of observation gives it form. Existence flows like a river without banks, shaping itself moment by moment. It is not randomness, but a kind of freedom, the freedom of possibility unfolding without constraint. When you gaze at the night sky, every star shining back at you is a result of that same uncertainty, the delicate balance of chance and law that allows creation to continue. To the human mind, uncertainty can feel unsettling. We are drawn to the solid, the defined, the known. But in the quantum world, stillness is an illusion. Even when something seems perfectly still, it is never truly at rest within the atom. Electrons shimmer and flicker, forever changing, forever dancing between states. This motion, invisible and constant, is the heartbeat of reality. It whispers that uncertainty is not disorder. It is life itself in motion. Imagine the surface of a calm pond. Beneath its mirror, like stillness, currents twist and spiral, unseen but always there. That is how the universe breathes. Quietly, unpredictably, but with purpose. Even in the tiniest fluctuations of energy, in the gentle tremble of a quantum wave, there is structure, there is rhythm. The cosmos composes its own music from this harmony of uncertainty, a melody that has no beginning and no end. When scientists first peered into this strange world, they expected to find precision, clear rules, measurable truths. Instead, they discovered probabilities, clouds of maybe. The more they looked, the less certain things became. But yet through that uncertainty emerged the foundations of modern physics, a deeper understanding of what it means to exist. The unpredictability of the quantum realm is not a flaw in the design. It is the design itself, the space where creation keeps rewriting its own script. You, too, are made from this same uncertain matter. Every thought that flickers through your mind, every heartbeat, every breath, is guided by the same invisible dance. The atoms within you obey no rigid law of permanence. They shift, exchange, resonate, and reassemble. You are a symphony of constant change, and yet you remain whole. Within your being lies the living proof that harmony can arise from uncertainty. That peace can be found in the flow rather than the fix. When you let go of the need to know every outcome, the universe reveals its deeper calm. The leaf that falls from a tree does not question where the wind will carry it. It trusts the movement, the unseen hand of the air. So, too, do the particles trust the field through which they move. They do not seek control. They simply follow the natural rhythm of the unknown. In this uncertainty lies freedom. If everything were fixed, if every motion were already written, there would be no growth, no change, no discovery. It is because things are uncertain that beauty exists. The sunrise that looks different each day, the note of a song that trembles with feeling, the fleeting moment of connection that can never be repeated. The unpredictable nature of life gives it depth, meaning, and wonder. At the smallest scales, the quantum field hums with possibilities. Each particle is not a point, but a wave of potential, spreading through space like ripples across still water. Only when observed does it choose a place to be. A decision made in silence, without hesitation. This simple truth reminds us that uncertainty is not chaos, it is choice. The universe is forever choosing, forever becoming. As you rest and breathe, think of how uncertainty shapes even the gentlest aspects of your existence, the warmth of your skin, the rhythm of your pulse, the very light that falls across your eyelids. All of it is born from the quantum play of chance and coherence. The same uncertainty that governs electrons governs your dreams, your thoughts, the unfolding of your life. And yet, in all of this, you are held in balance. The chaos does not consume you. It carries you like a current guiding a leaf downstream. Sometimes the most peaceful moments come not from knowing, but from surrendering. The stars themselves do not know where their light will end. Photons travel through the darkness without destination, and yet they find their way to distant eyes, to worlds unborn. Their journey is uncertain yet perfect. In their wandering, they fulfill their purpose to shine. The quantum world teaches us that uncertainty is the canvas upon which the universe paints its masterpiece. Without it, there would be no color, no variation, no evolution. Every random flicker of energy, every unpredictable turn of motion is a brushstroke in the great work of existence. To live is to accept this, to breathe with it, to find calm in its rhythm. There are moments when you may feel lost, unsure of what lies ahead. But remember, even the universe itself began without a plan, only potential. From a single, trembling point of energy, it expanded into galaxies and stars, planets, and oceans, and finally into you. You are the living expression of uncertainty resolving into harmony. The same forces that shaped the stars are still at work within your soul, guiding you not toward certainty, but toward understanding. When you look into the sky at night, each star twinkling in the vast dark is a reminder of that truth. Their light wavers because of the atmosphere, because of imperfection, because of motion. Yet that shimmer is what makes them beautiful. The uncertainty of their light becomes the poetry of the night. So too does your own uncertainty become the poetry of your existence. You do not need to control the world to belong in it. You do not need to understand every mystery to be at peace. The unknown is not your enemy. It is the quiet teacher that leads you deeper into awe. Each question, each hesitation is an opening through which wonder can enter. The universe does not demand certainty from you. It invites you to rest in the soft glow of possibility. As your breathing slows, imagine yourself dissolving into the fabric of that great uncertainty. The need to define fades. The need to know quiets. What remains is the steady pulse of existence, the gentle rhythm that underlies every fluctuation. It is the hum of balance within change, the stillness that lives within motion. Here, there is no fear, no resistance, only the infinite calm of becoming. Deep within you, the universe is alive. It hums softly beneath your skin, woven through every cell, whispering the same story that stars once told to the void. The atoms that form your bones were born long ago in the hearts of stars that lived, burned, and died in magnificent silence. When they collapsed, they scattered their light across the cosmos, and from that dust you were made. You carry their memory in your every breath, the spark of creation glowing quietly within your blood. You are not separate from the universe. You are one of its expressions. Every movement you make, every thought that arises, is a ripple in the same vast ocean of energy that birth galaxies. Your eyes, when they gaze upon the night sky, are made of the same material as the stars they admire. You look upon yourself when you look at the heavens, and the stars, in their distant brilliance, are looking back at what they once became. Inside the core of every atom in your body lies a mystery too small for sight, yet vast beyond measure. There, in the quantum world, particles move not as things, but as vibrations, as notes in an eternal song. They do not simply exist, they resonate. The rhythm of your heartbeat, the cadence of your thoughts, even the quiet pulse that fills your mind as you begin to drift toward rest. All are echoes of that same cosmic music. The universe breathes within you, and you, in turn, breathe it into being. Think of your body as a constellation of light and matter, a galaxy made of cells instead of stars. The blood that moves through you flows like rivers of time, carrying whispers from ancient worlds. Each cell knows its place in the pattern, guided by forces that reach beyond understanding, gravity within flesh, energy within thought, balance within chaos. You are a universe condensed into form, infinite complexity, wrapped in the stillness of a single life. When you close your eyes and listen to the silence between your breaths, you can feel that immensity. The same energy that pushes galaxies apart flows gently through your veins. The same darkness that fills the spaces between stars rests quietly in the space behind your thoughts. You are both the light and the shadow, both the question and the answer, forever entwined with the cosmos that created you. Long before there was life, before sound, before light itself, there was a pulse, a single vibration expanding outward. It became matter, energy, time. It became the fabric of everything. And from that same vibration, countless generations of stars were born and died, spreading their elements like seeds across the void. Those elements, carbon, oxygen, iron, and gold, became the building blocks of you. Your story began long before the earth cooled, long before the sky formed. It began in the first tremor of creation. When you touch your hand to your heart, you are touching stardust, elements once scattered by cosmic fire, gathered again by the gravity of chance and time. You are made of ancient light, reassembled into awareness. The atoms within you are billions of years old, but the pattern they form, the you that thinks, feels, dreams, is new, unique, and fleeting, like a spark in the great current of eternity. And yet, in that briefness, you hold the universe's greatest secret awareness looking upon itself. Your mind, too, is a cosmos. Within its vastness, thoughts orbit like planets, emotions flare like suns, and memories drift like comets across the dark. Each experience you hold, each moment of joy or sorrow, is a point of light in the constellation of your being. Sometimes they cluster brightly together. Sometimes they scatter and fade. But they are all part of the same design. Within you is the same vastness that exists between the stars. Infinite, silent, and filled with potential. You might think of the body as a boundary, as something that separates you from the world. But in truth, it is a bridge. Your senses are the gateways through which the universe experiences itself. The air you breathe has touched Owen's forests, mountains, and other hearts. The food you eat was once sunlight. The warmth that comforts you began as energy in a distant star. You are the meeting point of everything, the convergence of time, matter, and spirit. But when you gaze upon the sky and feel awe, that feeling is not something that comes from outside you. It rises from within, from the ancient recognition that you and the cosmos are one. The same energy that shapes nebulae and forms galaxies moves quietly in your chest. The wonder you feel is the universe remembering itself. Every breath you take is an exchange with the infinite. The oxygen entering your lungs was made in stars that died long before humanity existed. When you exhale, you release carbon that will one day nourish new life. This simple rhythm, in and out, giving and receiving, mirrors the cycle of creation itself. The universe expands and contracts, lives and dies over and over again. You are that rhythm, playing your small but perfect part in the endless song. When you sleep, your body drifts into that same timeless space from which it was born. Thought fades, form loosens, and what remains is pure energy, the same field that stretches between galaxies. In dreams, you may travel through landscapes of memory and imagination, but beneath it all lies a truth deeper than any dream that you never are apart from the universe, not even for a moment. You are made of it, sustained by it, and destined to return to it when your light fades. Even in stillness, you are movement. Even in silence, you are song. The atoms that shape your being are never at rest. They vibrate, collide, transform. The energy that flows through you does not belong to you. It is borrowed, shared, and given back. The warmth of your body, the spark of your thought, the flicker of your soul, all are temporary expressions of something eternal. You are a wave rising briefly from the surface of the infinite sea, glittering in the light, and then merging back into the calm from which it came. And yet, though brief, that wave is beautiful. It carries within it the entire story of the ocean, the memory of depth, the reflection of light, the rhythm of the tides. So, 2, do you carry within you the memory of everything that has ever been? When you smile, when you love, when you look upon the night and feel its peace, you are expressing the same wonder that set the stars alight. You are the universe, awake for a little while, aware of its own existence, marveling quietly at its reflection. As you rest, let that truth settle over you like starlight. You do not have to search for meaning in the vastness. You are the meaning. You do not have to reach for the stars. You are made of them. Every breath, every heartbeat, every gentle moment of awareness is the cosmos breathing, pulsing, living through you. And in that realization, you are free, as infinite as the sky, as timeless as the light that travels through it. Time is often thought of as a river, flowing endlessly forward, carrying all things from the past into the future. Yet if you listen closely, truly listen, you may begin to sense that time is not what it seems. Beneath the ticking of clocks and the rhythm of days, there is a deeper silence, an unmoving center where time ceases to flow. It is in this stillness that the universe rests, and it is there, too, that you can find your peace. The stars above you burn and fade, galaxies drift through the void, and worlds spin in their quiet orbits. But in the heart of all that motion lies a strange and perfect calm. The quantum realm teaches us this truth, even as particles vibrate and shift in endless motion. There exists at their core a timeless balance, a silence between the beats. The universe breathes in and out, yet its center never moves. It simply is. Imagine yourself floating in that stillness now. The noise of thought fades. The weight of moments dissolves. You are not rushing toward the future or pulling away from the past. You are suspended in the quiet present, that fragile space between what has been and what will be. It feels endless, boundless, untouched by hurry or fear. This is the essence of timelessness, not the absence of time, but the gentle realization that all moments already exist, layered together in harmony. The universe, vast beyond comprehension, does not count seconds as we do. 1 billion years to a star is as fleeting as a breath to us. Time is flexible, bending under the weight of gravity and motion. It stretches and contracts, a cosmic fabric that shapes itself according to the dance of matter and energy. But within that ever-shifting fabric, there is a still thread, the present, where everything meets. You exist upon that thread right now, not separate from time, but quietly held within its embrace. In your daily life, time feels like a tide, always moving, never pausing. Yet, when you slow your mind, when you sit in silence, you begin to feel the illusion fade. The seconds lose their sharpness, the edges blur, and what remains is a gentle awareness of simply being. This is the same awareness that fills the spaces between atoms, that lingers between the pulses of your heart. The stillness is not empty. It is full of life, full of presence, full of the quiet hum of eternity. At the smallest scales of reality, time behaves differently. Particles may appear before they should exist or vanish before they are gone. The past and the future seem to overlap, folding into one another like waves in the sea. The universe does not measure time, it experiences it. Every moment is both happening and not yet begun. Every breath you take echoes through that field of timelessness, a soft ripple in an infinite calm. Perhaps that is why moments of peace feel so sacred, because for an instant you glimpse beyond the motion of life into the stillness that underlies it. When you lie in the quiet of the night, when your mind softens and your breathing deepens, you step outside the rushing river of time and rest upon its shore. There the world slows to a hum. The stars do not move, they simply shine. The past no longer reaches for you, and the future waits patiently in silence. All that exists is now vast, unending, eternal. Even the atoms within you obey this strange truth. But the particles that make up your body do not experience time as you do. They simply follow the rhythm of existence, appearing and disappearing in the eternal now. You are built from the timeless, matter that has no memory of beginning or end, energy that cannot die, only change. Every heartbeat is a reminder of that infinite continuity, the pulse of something ancient moving through you, unchanged across the uns. Think of how a mountain stands, unhurried, unmoved. The wind carves it, the rain shapes it, yet it remains steady and patient. Its stillness is not the absence of movement, but the deep acceptance of it. The mountain then does not rush to grow or resist the passing of time. It simply endures, breathing slowly with the earth. You are like that mountain, a quiet witness to time's gentle passing, untouched at your core. Beneath your thoughts and memories lies that same steady calm, that same unchanging foundation of being. The world around you hums with constant activity. The whir of cities, the motion of people, the endless scroll of moments. Yet if you pause and look closer, you'll find that stillness is everywhere. Between the waves, there is calm. Between heartbeats, there is silence. Between thoughts, there is peace. You do not need to escape the world to find stillness. You need only listen for it is woven into the fabric of every moment you live. As you breathe slowly, imagine time unfolding like light, not in a line, but in a vast, glowing expanse. Past, present, and future coexist here, shimmering softly around you. Every event, every life, every whisper of existence shines together in this luminous field. You are not moving through it. You are part of it. You are the light that fills it. You are the moment that never ends. In this space, age means nothing. Years and seconds lose their meaning. The cells of your body renew themselves. The stars above continue their cycle, but at your core, you remain the same. The same awareness that watched your first sunrise, the same stillness that existed before you had a name. What changes are the forms around you, but not the essence that observes them. That essence is eternal. When you rest in timelessness, fear begins to fade. Worry lives only in the past and the future, never in the present. In this calm, You realize that there is nothing to chase and nothing to lose. Everything that is meant to be has already found its place. Every sound, every touch, every breath exists exactly as it should. The unfolding of time is simply the universe exploring itself, and you are part of that exploration, a spark within its eternal pause. Even sleep is a return to that stillness. When dreams take hold, you drift away from the clock, from the boundaries of before and after. You enter a landscape where time bends and melts away, where seconds stretch into oceans. In that world, you remember something ancient, that before there was time, there was only peace. Before there was motion, there was only being. That is the truth of who you are, not a creature of time, but a ripple of eternity wearing the shape of a human life. As you breathe now, notice how everything slows. The air moves softly in and out. The weight of the day fades. Even your thoughts begin to lose their urgency, dissolving into quiet. You are not waiting for the next moment. You are already in it. You are floating in the still water of now, surrounded by the gentle hum of timelessness. The stars turn. The world spins, and yet nothing is moving at all. Here, there is no beginning and no end, only the serene unfolding of existence, one breath, one heartbeat, one eternal moment at a time, in the vastness of the universe, amid endless swirls of light and shadow. There exists a quiet question: what am I? It drifts through the mind like a whisper on cosmic wind, as ancient as starlight and as tender as breath. The answer, perhaps, is simpler and more wondrous than we imagine, for you are not separate from the cosmos. You are the cosmos aware of itself for a fleeting, miraculous moment. You are the dream the universe is dreaming. Close your eyes and feel the rhythm of your breathing. But it mirrors the rhythm of galaxies expanding and contracting, stars forming and fading. Each inhale is creation, each exhale, release. You are a small echo of a far greater motion, the eternal pulse of existence. When the stars are born, they do not know they shine, yet through you their light learns to see. Through your senses, the universe witnesses its own beauty. It is humbling to realize that the atoms within you, every cell, every spark of thought, were forged in the cores of ancient stars. You are not made of the earth. Though you walk upon it, you are not separate from the night sky, though you gaze toward it. You are composed of the same matter that burns in distant suns, the same light that travels billions of years to touch your eyes. The universe did not create you as an outsider. It became you so it could know itself intimately. Through consciousness, through wonder, through love. Perhaps that is why dreams exist, to remind the mind that it is more than what it sees. In dreams, the boundaries dissolve. You drift through worlds shaped not by time or distance, but by the soft fabric of imagination. There, you are free, not bound to gravity or identity, but floating through infinite possibility. In that space, the cosmos whispers its secret that you are not a visitor here. You are part of its great unfolding thought, its luminous reverie stretching across eternity. Think of all the forms the universe takes: mountain, ocean, star, leaf, breath, mind. Each one is a verse in a vast cosmic poem, and you are a line in that endless stanza. The universe dreams itself in endless ways, as light dancing on water, as wind whispering through trees, as the slow turn of planets, and as you sitting quietly, breathing, thinking, feeling. You are not small in this dream, you are essential to it. Without you, this moment would not exist exactly as it does now. You give the dream shape by perceiving it. When you look up at the stars, the starlight that reaches you began its journey long before your birth. Yet here it meets your eyes, completing a story that began eons ago. In that instant, you become part of its journey. You are both observer and participant, the light and the one who sees the light. It is a meeting across time and distance, a gentle reminder that there is no true separation between the dreamer and the dream. All of existence moves through cycles: creation and decay, birth and rest, light and shadow. You too are part of that rhythm, just as stars are born live and return to dust. So too does every breath you take join the endless circulation of life. The air you breathe now once moved through forests, through oceans, through the lungs of ancient creatures long vanished. Every molecule carries a memory of the cosmos in motion, and so do you. It is a comforting thought that life is not something happening to you, but something happening through you. The universe flows through your veins, thinks through your mind, dreams through your soul. You are the awareness through which the cosmos contemplates itself. The galaxies may be vast, but consciousness, your simple awareness of being, is the thread that connects it all. Without that awareness, there would be no experience of beauty, no wonder, no awe. You are the voice of the universe speaking softly to itself. In this realization, the boundaries between you and everything else begin to blur. The ocean is not separate from its waves. The wave is the ocean taking temporary form. Likewise, you are a wave rising from the cosmic sea of existence. You crest for a moment, a life, a thought, a dream, and then you return gently to the whole. Nothing is lost. The sea remains. The dream continues. The self is not destroyed, but dissolved into the quiet joy of oneness. In moments of silence, you can feel this truth. When you are still, when your thoughts slow and your breath deepens, you can sense that vastness within you. It is not out there among the stars. It lives in the space between your heartbeats, in the quiet hum behind your thoughts. The same energy that spins galaxies also stirs your mind. The same intelligence that shapes atoms guides your heartbeat without your command. You are not the observer of life. You are life unfolding in awareness. Some call it consciousness. Others call it the soul. But names do not capture its essence. It is the silent witness, the eternal dreamer. Through countless forms and lifetimes, it watches the play of creation with gentle curiosity. When you look into another's eyes, it is that same awareness gazing back, the universe recognizing itself in another form. You and everything you love are expressions of that one infinite being. Even your longing for meaning is part of the dream, the desire to know who you are, the search for peace, the ache for connection. These are the ways the cosmos invites you home to itself. It is not a path you travel outward, but inward, back toward the source that has always been here. The self, the soul, the universe, they are not separate entities, but reflections in the same still pool. When the surface is calm, you see clearly that there was never any division at all. The cosmic dream is not one of chaos, but of deep harmony. Every movement, every birth, every ending contributes to the music of the whole. Even your struggles, your fears, your uncertainties are threads in the grand design. Through them, the universe learns about love, courage, compassion. Through your laughter, it celebrates itself. Through your tears, it feels its own depth. Nothing you experience is wasted. Every moment adds to the beauty of the cosmic story. And when your life's wave eventually settles back into the sea, as all waves must, it is not an end, but a return. The dreamer does not awaken. It simply shifts to another dream. The atoms that formed your body will dance again in stars and soil. The consciousness that you call, I will merge once more with the infinite, to rise again someday as another form, another being, another dream of the cosmos exploring itself. So as you rest now, let go of the idea that you are separate, small, or incomplete. You are not merely a person living in the universe. You are the universe living as a person. You are Stardust awareness, love, and memory, all intertwined in the great, endless dream of existence. But when you close your eyes tonight, you do not fall into darkness. You drift into the same infinite sea from which you came, where time disappears, and all that remains is the soft hum of being, timeless, endless, whole. And in that vast stillness, the cosmos smiles through you. For in your peace, it finally rests within its own dream.